Your generation has a special problem with this, at least as I'm calling you to it. You are not growing up very fast. Books are being written about you, about 6 that I know of in the last 5 years. These books are describing a phenomenon in our culture concerning the postponement of adulthood to the 30s. Christian Smith is a professor of sociology at Notre Dame, and he wrote a review of 6 of these books. Let me read you a little historical background so that you can know something about the categories with which we simply take for granted growing up in the 21st century. Most of you assume that the concept of teenager and the concept of adolescent has always been there. Well, it isn't. It's very modern. It's only about 100 years old. There wasn't any such thing as a teenager before 100 years ago, let alone an adolescent. Kids were pulling their weight by the time they were 16, big time. Here's the quote: "Teenager and adolescent, as representing a distinct stage of life, were very much a 20th century invention, brought into being by changes in mass education, child labor laws, urbanization and suburbanization, mass consumerism, and the media. Similarly, a new, distinct, and important stage in life, situated between teenage years and full-fledged adulthood, has emerged in our culture in recent decades, reshaping the meaning of self, youth, relationships, and life commitments, as well as a variety of behaviors and dispositions among the young. What has emerged from this new situation has been variously called extended adolescence, youthhood, adultolescence, that's the one I like best, adultolescence, young adulthood, 20-somethings, and emerging adulthood. One way of describing this group, that's most of you, I think, is to highlight the tendency to delay adulthood, stay in youth mindset longer than we used to. So you get characteristics like this. Now I'm quoting Smith again. Identity exploration, instability, focus on self, feeling in limbo, in transition, in between, sense of possibilities, opportunities, and unparalleled hope. These, of course, also often accompanied by big doses of transience, confusion, anxiety, self-obsession, melodrama, conflict, and disappointment, end quote. Now, one of my aims in being with you tonight is to wave a flag over the front end of that experience for you. That's where most of you are, I presume. The front end of the 20-somethings. To wave a flag over the front end of that and say, grow up! Don't insist on playing 8-year-old games at 28 only with sophisticated videos. Grow up. I'm calling you to this before you get into that. Assume that you don't have to follow the culture in being boys and girls for another 10 years. You don't. There are stunning things God is calling you to do. Amazing responsibilities He's calling you to take. Holy ambitions He's calling you to take a hold of. I'm pleading with you. I'm challenging you. Don't join your culture in adultolescence. Get a grip on this. You can be different. Christ reigns over your life, and He doesn't like adulthood starting at 30.